What's going on, everyone? Joel Maniac here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everyone had a happy Easter. So today we're going to be talking about the Content Cop H3 podcast video. Now, if you follow me on X, I've been very vocal about this. The reason I have been very vocal about this video, I want to be very open and honest about this. I am not a fan of Hassan. I'm not a very big fan of Frogan. The reason I'm not a very big fan of Frogan is because Frogan was one who wished PTSD on active duty service members.
No pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
So therefore, obviously, I'm not a fan of her. The main reason I've been very open and vocal about what's been going on over the last few days in regards to this video is I just don't like how this seemed like it was kind of like a hit piece against Ethan of the H3 podcast and his wife. The one thing I want to be very upfront about is I don't know the H3 podcast. I've never watched an episode of it or a video of it. I've never honestly watched any of it. I don't even know who Ethan was, and I never really explored any of it. Still have yet to watch a single episode. The reason I want to be upfront about that is because whenever you see something that came out about this, you know how when someone gets just utterly targeted with something, you just feel like you want to defend them. It's like, put yourself in this situation. Like, remember back when you're in school and say you're out in the playground or you're in the cafeteria and you just see that one kid off in the corner and they're getting bullied. You just see like this one kid picking on this other kid and you're like, you just have that instinct to go defend them. That's what this is like. Hassan and his goons, iDubbbz, Frogan, and the other whoever they were, are just bullying H3. I don't know who that kid getting bullied is, but I feel the need to go defend that kid. I feel that need to go defend H3. I don't know what happened between Hassan and Ethan. I don't. But all I do know is Hassan in his room got iDubbbz and Frogan and these other people that I can't stand. I got them together, told him to wake up, did a bunch of videos basically calling out all the things that were wrong with him, all the things that he did wrong, all the things that are bad about him, everything that he ever got called on in a video, put it all together, done by iDubbbz in Content Cop form, and put it on the internet. Summed it all up, and then just at the end of it wished him well. Now, the one thing that I really think that drove this whole thing is I think this was, and this is just my opinion. I have no confirmation of this. I have no way to prove this, so take this with a grain of salt. This whole thing looks like it was put together, planned, and possibly paid for by Hassan. The reason I think this is when you look at this, where was this done? Where did this, the clip, all right, think of the clip that first came out before the video dropped and was even included in the video. Where was it? It was in Hassan's room, right? Where he does the streams. His house. With who? With Frogan, somebody who's notoriously known to be with Hassan. The person he does, I don't remember what the other girl's name is, the girl who does the streams with, and the other people who's been associated with Hassan, and Hassan himself. And then you think about the video. 2.5 or 3 minutes in, you literally have Hassan ranting for like 30 seconds to a minute, crashing out. I don't know if it's fake or not, but crashing out in the video. And then the video starts with that clip of them saying, "Wake up, Ethan."
What's up, everybody? I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hassan Up broadcast coming to you live from a cloudy day here in California, Los Angeles. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. I have a very important announcement. I finally done it. I watched Ethan Klein's Content Nuke, and I'm not going to call it Context Puke as I normally do because the reality of the matter is it was brilliant. Ethan is more attractive than me, both physically and also mentally. Two, how did he know everything? How? Wake up, Ethan.
And then you watch the whole thing. I want to say the video was like an hour long. And then towards the end of it, you have all these people who are wishing Ethan well, right? But at the end, what's the one person not wishing Ethan well? Hassan.
Most powerful haters to put down the haterade and just say something nice and charitable about him because I think he deserves it.
I just wanted to say that I respect that you are genuinely yourself on the internet. I think a lot of other people respect you for it as well. I think that's a big reason why people were drawn to your content in the first place. I think that's a lot of the reason why your employees chose to work with you over anyone else.
Ethan, I think it's respectable that you even began this journey to leave behind the anti-SJW crowd and step into a more empathetic worldview. I know it's not easy.
Ethan Klein, I think that when you are being goofy, when you're being silly, when you are being lighthearted, and just having fun with your friends, I think that is when you're at your best. So I'd love to see more of that. That'd be sick.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
I think Ethan Klein rocks a buzz cut pretty good, and I think he's got a good choice of facial hair. I think it's really cool what he did 8 years ago, fighting that frivolous lawsuit. That was pretty fucked up, and fighting it, he changed YouTube for the better. And I thought that was cool because I thought it was like he was fighting for free speech.
I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come to their defense, if that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
So you're telling me that throughout this entire thing, where it starts off, past the intro where, iDubbbz grabs his content cop uniform, this whole thing starts off in Hassan's room, him crashing out, and then he tells Ethan to wake up. And then it continues on in his room where they're all telling Ethan to wake up. And then it gets all the way through and to the end of them exposing everything to do with H3 and Ethan and everything wrong with him. Throughout the entire video, they can't even bring themselves to say Ethan's wife's name, which I don't even know her name. Because again, I don't watch the podcast. I don't know Ethan's name. Here's his wife's name, because I don't know it, but they can't even bring themselves to say his wife's name. The entire thing, they're just going after him and targeting with all this stuff. At the end of it, they can't even bother to say his wife's name. And at the end of it, they say, hey, we wish you well, we wish you well, we wish you well. But there's one face missing. Where's Hassan? So Hassan's not going to wish him well. The one guy crashing out at the beginning of this, the one guy's room they're doing all this in, and the one guy I believe who paid iDubbbz to do this, I believe who orchestrated this, in my opinion, this hit piece, the one who I think is leading this group of kids to bully this one kid at your schoolyard or in this cafeteria that you feel you need to now defend, Hassan. Where's he? I don't know. So I don't know what's been going on. And again, I'm no political activist or anything like that. And I don't go die on any kind of hill. But it seems like these people, not specifically Hassan, but these groups are making us stand up for these little guys. And lately it's Ethan in the H3 podcast. They're targeting these people and they're making us stand up for them and turning us to defend them because they want to make these hit pieces and target these types of people. And we're just like, why are you doing that? I don't know if it's just me. Quite frankly, maybe it is. I don't know what's going on here, but I seem to be the one. I'm not supporting any kind of special groups or anything like that. I'm no activist. I'm no anything like that. But here I am defending this little guy who I know nothing about because somebody decides to put a hit piece on him. At least that's what it looks like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just how it looks. I don't know Ethan. I don't know the H3. I don't know his wife. But here I am defending him because he's just getting targeted. I mean, let me know what you think down in the comments. Maybe I'm alone in this. Maybe I'm just, maybe I am. But it seems like these people are just, and I shouldn't say these people. It just seems like it's Hassan. Because Hassan has just been going off on these tangents, targeting people, going after all these people. I don't know. It just seems like because things have changed since the election that they have to go after their enemies who've been targeting them, that they're getting other content creators now to do their work, to target other people. And all of us are just like, dude, that ain't right. And we're now sticking up for those who are targeting them because we're getting sick of it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you all have a good one. Hope everybody have a happy Easter. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.